What did he do with it?
Now that you've lost one, so you might as well just keep this one. Well, you don't seem to care very much that I'm leaving. Could you at least say something?
What's there to say? You're just doing what you have to do, right?
It wasn't you. Or maybe it was, I don't know. I just can't live with all this guilt. Cruz that day at the beach. It ruined everything we had.
So you're just gonna run away?
Yeah, I'm running away, I admit it. And I don't see you trying to stop me.
Oh, well, I tried that once before, didn't I, Tori? But like you've told me so many times, you're your own woman. I wish you luck. They're okay?
Okay? How much do these things cost? They're the most beautiful.
Tori, what kind of question is that?
Oh, it's a very tacky question. I've just never had anything so wonderful in my whole life. You know, I would say that I don't deserve you. But I just love you so much.
Well, you know, seeing as how it was the first anniversary of the first time we were together, I wanted to do something special for you, but nothing really seems special enough. They do look good on you, though.
Yeah.
Real good.
Hello.
Hi.
I was just leaving.
It's the last time I come home for lunch.
I have a hot date with a mysterious Italian aristocrat.
Is that what happens when I turn my back?
Life is cruel.
Yeah. You know, even though we're not legal yet, you might want to wear your ring just to show him that you're spoken for.
Oh, I would, but I don't know what I did with it.
What?
I have it.
You better have it.
Speaking of jewelry...
What are you looking for?
Oh, that emerald earring you were so sensitive about. I'll put it in my jewelry box in a safe
There's no
place.
need to look for it.
Didn't you put it in here?
I moved it.
Oh.
So there's no need.
Well, really, I don't mind. I mean, I have
It's okay. Like I said, it's not there.
Did you give it back to Victoria?
I don't recall saying that it belonged to Victoria.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, I mean, she appears, it disappears. I just made the... Am I wrong?
Not necessarily. You see, it used to belong to her, now it doesn't. There were two. They were a gift. She lost one, she gave the other one back. I kept it.
Until now?
No, I still have it.
What are you doing carrying it around with you?
I'm cute. What, did you ransack this place? Yeah, of course you did. It's valuable. I'm keeping it. I don't know why, and I don't really care to be grilled about it.
I'm not asking. I mean, who cares? I'm not neurotic. You're the one who's acting so insecure. Let's just drop it. I gotta go. What time is it if I'm not being too nosy?
Eden, I'm not carrying a torch for Tori Lane. And you make it sound like she's the great love of my life or something. In case you've forgotten, you are. You remember? Baby?
Yes. Yes.
If I don't feel like talking about her, it's only because I don't see any reason to. What's this?
Tickets for Tori's opening night. Morning, Mason.
Prove it.
Mason, can I ask you something?
As long as you don't yell at me, call me names, hit me, or take my picture.
It's a deal. Do you remember when we were talking the other day?
Oh, you mean when you were pumping me for dirt about Cruz's former love life?
Pumping you. I was just curious. You were here then, I wasn't.
So was Cruz. I suggest you direct your inquiries to him.
Well, you know how private he is. I don't want to stir anything up. I just want to know about this stewardess. If she came back to Santa Barbara. I was just wondering.
Not that I know of. Unless she came back to visit him after the accident.
What accident?
I knew there was a reason why I didn't tell you before.
Why, was somebody hurt?
The night the girl left town, apparently Cruz got on his motorcycle and chased her plane down the runway. Being somewhat better equipped, the plane took off. Cruz didn't. He crashed into a retaining wall, was hospitalized for quite some time. Eden Cruz was a hometown sports hero. Whatever he did made the papers. You can look it up yourself in the library if you're so inclined. And I gather you're so inclined.
She must have meant a great deal to him.
I'm a little surprised by your interest in Cruz's long extinct affairs. I didn't think emotional archaeology was your cup of tea.
We have to admit it's pretty dramatic.
Eden, you're here. She isn't. And I have a suspicion bordering on certainty that Cruz likes it that way.
I bet you think I'm checking up on you.
Anytime. But if I were you, I wouldn't let me out of your sight.
Cruz, thank you for being prompt. Sweetheart, will you excuse us, please? Oh, you two. Exactly what Timmons has been saying. You think he's found any leads where she might be?
Not that I know of. I do know that at the moment there is no ongoing international search. Would you like to request one?
Oh, far be it from me to tell the authorities how to do their jobs.
All right. You do realize, Mr. C, that he's not going to hesitate to bust anybody withholding information on her whereabouts.
Oh, well, then I'm glad I have none to withhold.
So am I, for both of our sakes.
Well, will I be seeing you at the theater tonight? Party afterward?
Looks like it, yeah.
Good. Should be an interesting evening.
I think that you should turn over the investigation.
You think maybe somebody else could do a better job of finding Kelly?
I see what you mean. How much trouble could you get in?
None at all. I don't know where she is. I don't know anybody who does, do you? So let's not talk about it. Enjoy your lunch.
Are you so mad at me?
About this morning? Not at all.
Look, I'm gonna try not to be as insensitive about these old tokens from your girlfriends, okay?
Tokens from my
I just didn't know that there were so many. I mean, there was Tori, and then this stewardess.
There weren't so many, Eden. That was Tori.
Oh,
It was before she could get an acting job.
I didn't know.
Maybe I should have told you. The thing is, I just don't think about her. Even now that she's here. I don't. Okay?
Okay. Neither will I.
Excited about it. I'm looking forward to a gala something or other.
Yeah, did Daddy tell you that the lady who's playing the lead in the play is an old flame of Cruz's?
Uh-huh. Victoria Lane. Small world.
small town. Maybe I should tell her it's not big enough for the both of us.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not really worried, are you?
No, not at all. Depressed. Cruz guards her memory like the Holy Grail. I ask him a question, he's ready to throw China at me.
Well, look at it this way. Maybe there aren't a lot of pleasant associations with this.
Maybe. Maybe they're too pleasant.
Oh, Eden.
Mom, what am I supposed to think? You know?
You're supposed to think that Cruz adores you, which he does. And the two of you have been through trial by fire to be together, which you are.
I know.
All right, honey. I'm going to give you a little motherly advice. Do not be afraid to be happy.
I think you think I'm crazy. Join the club.
No, I don't. I really don't. When you love someone as much as you love Cruz, and you felt all the pain of losing him, you're not crazy to be worried about losing him again. And I have a little confession to make to you. I feel the same way about your father every day. There's probably one moment during the day when I absolutely panic and say things are so good. And I am so happy. I'm so afraid something's going to go wrong.
I feel the same way about Cruz. Sometimes I think it's all more than anything, but I'm so happy to be loved, and I love him so much. I think it's going to last for the rest of our lives.
Doesn't that make you feel lucky?
I'm afraid to say anything out loud. I'm afraid someone's going to hear me, and they're going to say, she's got more than her fair share, and she's taking it easy, and...
They can't, and they won't. Those are just irrational fears.
Until they come true.
Oh, Eden.
I know. I know if they gave out awards for insecurity, I'd have to buy a trophy case.
Hello, Eden. How are you?
Miss Lane. You know, I was going to tell you thank you very much for the tickets that you sent over, but we're going to be joining my father in his box seats. So if you'd like them back, I can make sure you get them.
Great. That's very nice of you. See, we only get a limited number, so yeah. Thank you.
Well, can I buy you a glass of champagne on the house?
Oh, no. I never drink before a performance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Thank you anyway, but I'll have a cup of tea.
Okay. James, can we please get some tea to table 16?
Certainly, ma'am.
Thank you. Here you go. Sit down.
Thanks a lot.
Do that. Can I join you for a moment?
Of course. Come on, sit down.
You don't seem to have any opening night jitters.
Well, maybe I'm a better actress than I thought I was. You know, I met your mother today.
You did? Mm-hmm. She didn't mention that she was going to meet you.
Well, she caught me running lines at the theater. She's a very nice lady.
Yes, she is. She was probably seeing if you lived up to all the stories.
What, have the tabloids been printing things that I haven't seen?
No, I mean about you and Cruz. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up.
What do they say?
Well, I mean, you can't blame them, really. I mean, it's all really so romantic. He's riding his motorcycle down the runway, chasing your airplane into the sunset, and then he runs into that wall. How long was he in the hospital? I'm sorry. It probably was a long time ago, and I shouldn't bring it up. You didn't know?
Miss Capwell, excuse me, but Mark would like to see you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to get back to work. Maybe we can talk later after the party tonight.
My God, I never knew what happened that night. About your accident. Why didn't you tell me? Couldn't you have written a letter at least? Don't you know? Don't you understand that I have been running away my whole life? Cruz, I would never, ever have left you if I'd known I mattered to you at all.